Welcome, people! Welcome to my global Philatelic project channel. Here we will talk about philately. That means stamps, or timbre, or seios if you want, or brief market, even francobolli or znaczki. So, let's go. The topic today is geography on stamps. Super interesting and fantastic topics. We can't imagine how many maps or other stuff we have in stamps and appear on stamps that are connected with geography. So, step by step, we will analyze some of them to discover the secret behind these stamps. So, be calm, relax, take your time, and now, music. Okay, first of all, what is geography? Because in these topics we have to be precise. I read from Wikipedia. Geography is the study of the lands, features, inhabitants, and phenomena on Earth. Geography is an all-encompassing discipline that seeks an understanding of Earth and its human and natural complexities. So, in theory, a lot of stamps got something of geography. In these stamps from Spain 2020, we can easily recognize and summarize all the topics that we are talking about. All the topics, or the majority, the most important topic, connected with geography. So we can see volcans, maps, mountains, lake, coastline, satellite, photo, and so on. The topic is really enormous. But in this video, I want to focus and analyze the old maps, the ancient maps on stamps. For example, this. From Spain too, and from my point of view, is absolutely beautiful stamps. Spain 2012, the first postal map of Spain. For me, is absolutely fantastic. I'm fascinated about these stamps, also because I was fascinated by maps, geography in general, geographic maps, and even more about old maps. For me, this topic is absolutely fantastic. Old maps on stamps. This is the first video. In the other video, we will talk about modern maps and how the maps help the context of stamps. So how it's used to explain better the situation that the stamps want to analyze. Geography is the way in which we perceive ourselves. For example, these 4 stamps from Denmark, of the old map of Denmark, we are talking about 2009, is really interesting because it's how during the century the state perceived itself. Old maps are really interesting, not only because they show how that people, or that means the people of that period, knows about our world, but also because you can understand how it changed the way to describe the world. For example, this stamp from Peru, 1979, described the map of South America. If you check, you can see that the way in which the map described the mountains or the forest or something like this is totally different now. The sign, the icons that they use are not what we use now, because the evolution of a graphic, of a standard, and something like this changed completely the way also to make the map. In the past, north was not at the top, for example. Or look at this stamp from Vatican 2020. We couldn't describe now the same city in the same way, because we would see the city from the top, and this castle, it would be simply the line of the border of the city. It's not here. Here you can see the description of what the visitor can see from far away of this city. And the same with these other stamps, always from Vatican, the same year. And so the way in which the man described the environment around itself, it changed along the century. And this is super interesting in the old maps, and of course in the stamps that reproduce old map. But from my point of view, old maps are interesting, beautiful as map. Look at this set of Pitcairn Island, 2017. These old maps describe the way in which the different explorer paint the surface or the border of the different islands around Pitcairn. Absolutely fantastic. From my point of view, as I said, the way in which they describe this territory, for me, it's a fascinating. I love them absolutely so much. So I'm really in love with this kind of stamps, but because I love so much the old maps, so it's really great. And of course, map is used also to describe the evolution of history of this territory. Look, this from Greece. It's evident that this is what the map can recall on your mind, the history of a people. For example, other way to use the map is to describe the trip, the voyager of the explorer, in this case the Faroer, that described the Viking discovering of Greenland, or in general Atlantic area, North Atlantic area. Also in this way, the map talk more than 1,000 words. A particular stamp with a particular map is this from Laos, 1992. Why is particular? Apparently it is, well, a normal old map, but this old map is a Pyrenees map. That is, wow, we would go talking about it for 10 videos without problem, because it's an old map that reproduce some area of the world that at that time no one knows. So the problem how he discovered it, and because Pyrenees was admiral of Ottoman Empire or something like this. So how he got this information and so on. It's really, really interesting. These stamps is that it appear normal, but it reproduce a mystery or something that a lot of people recognize as a mysterious map. Old map on stamps is used to describe the voyager of the explorer, like in this case, the circumnavigation of the Antarctic, but also to describe the old postal roads. In fact, Europe 2020 was dedicated exactly to this, old postal roads. And a lot of states make it, and a lot of states put on their stamps, like this one of Slovakia, put the map of the territory. Old maps on stamps is fantastic topics. I could remain here longer to talk about it, but I don't want to exaggerate, also because we have 3 videos. This is the first one. The other one will be in October, the 3rd week in October, I think 16th, and the other in November, around 20th of November, because I want to describe in a good way this topic. So 3 videos for geography, no, for maps. Geography is bigger. So 3 videos, and well, thank you to follow me until now. Put a like if you like this video, subscribe the channel if you want to help me, and of course, see you tomorrow. Philatelic, bye!